This is the Dragonfly. That's a live account up to the right, but I'm just trying to share a portion of this VPS. It's 8,000 on the day. So if I kind of organize this from highest to smallest, I don't know why that's only $5. Probably one of the safety things kicked in. I don't know what that is, but I'll have to look. To give you an idea, oh, this one's not hooked to this. This is automation. So there's nothing, none of these are from manual trades. Automation. I was like, why is that so tiny? Those are micros and our automation, but everything else, $100, 200-ish, 300-ish, 500-ish. Then of course, these are either bigger accounts or they have more equity, or I took another manual trade that wasn't mirrored to every single thing. So that's the one that we also took the gold in, right? That tracks in total. Okay. And this is on, I don't know, what is that? 16 accounts in total. That's $8,300-ish. Okay. So went over that math for a second. Let me see if I can't pull this up. Go over here, come back to this. Now this is a work in progress, so don't judge me yet, okay? If you have a suggestion or a feature, you tell me. I like spreadsheets. I'm not very good at them, but I enjoy them. So for me, that's enough. There are people who are like just geniuses at Excel, but I do enjoy it. I want to make a video particularly on this, so I'm sure we'll chop this part up too, but I wanted to make an actual like YouTube video where I actually go over instruction, I never do that. But anyways, remember every broker, some of them have like, hey, you're trailing drawdown on the day. You might have $5,000 to play with, but you only can, lose 1,200 on the day. So it has to be on the daily, not and on total. Not only that, some of them have unrealized trailing drawdown, right? So if you have already you're up whatever amount or you took a down trade, technically your drawdown might be 1,000, but you're actually only playing with 500. Or you have an account that's kind of low on funds and most people just go in there and go all ham versus trying to recover the account that's only got a $500 drawdown left. Kind of showing this is, I could have labeled it mini or micro, but and this is only NQ just for reference. Average stop loss being 20 points, you can change all that. But to kind of show you, you can afford to take 12 losses on five with only $500 left, trading one micro. Okay, and obviously that's going to be a little subjective. I kind of want to add a percentage into that says, times 1.1%, for example, 1.10% to cover fees, but we'll get to that later. Assuming 2 losses on the day, if I'm setting my daily loss limits, I want to know how I'm setting it, right? Meaning I don't want to go any more than this if I'm assuming I'm only allowing myself to take 2 losses. And again, I'm going to have to factor in for that fee structure and whatever else. But to give you an idea, that's that. And this is not the sexy part. The part that I'm like completely turned on by, I'm sorry for lack of better words, but like honest to God, like this is my geek out zone. Like this is my excitement stuff. So is not this sheet. It's the next one. I'll show you in a second. If I was only trying to make $200 on the day, this is how many trades it would take to do that. It's going to take a lot, obviously, because it's a smaller, tiny, which I'm not going to be targeting $200 on a day like this, but I just use these numbers for what I'm going to show you next. To do 3, some of these you don't even need 1 trade a day. And when we're trading with minis, we really don't even need 1 trade. So even the ones that were not well managed, well, they were actually perfectly managed. That just knocked me out with $200 or $300 on NQ or gold. You're done. You're done. I was risking 200 or 300. I got 200 or 300. You're done, right? Hopefully you try to get slightly better than a 1-to-1 risk reward, but you guys get the idea. You don't actually need that many trades. So this right here is an area that I don't want to be in. That lot size is just too big for what I'm trying to do. This green area is kind of where I'm trying to get to. This darker, mid green, if you will. And of course, number of trades to pass or payout, assuming 3K, okay? Obviously, we're not going to stay there that long because as your account gets here, we're going to be trading a different lot size. But to give you an idea, it's all relative. It's 100% all relative. But again, this is just me being completely geeky. This is the part that I want people to know. And I'm guilty, ready? I'm a dang good trader. Like, put me back in my Plexi account, I am good. Put me back in Hugo's Way, which I know is gone. Sad, sad day. But I am really good at being able to take a couple of trades in a week. For the most part, I'm up. If I felt like it or I wanted to, I come back in. Granted, those were mostly managed off of the 1-hour time frame or higher. I didn't have to like psychologically sit there and digest every tick and movement. And we all know that price action does not look like that on Forex. But this is like, it's doing stuff to your blood pressure. Like it's doing stuff just to watch that be up and down 3, 4, 5,000, $8,000. I think most of us are doing too much, starting with me. So here's where we're sitting right now. If you only have 1 account and you averaged $200 a day, 100% win rate, which we know that means you've never had a red day, et cetera, et cetera. That's still yearly total, and this is factoring in for the days that are off, okay? So less than the days that are off, so less than 220 trading days in a year. That's more than most people who work in a gas station make. Now, granted, I haven't had a job in a very long time. I don't know what the income is. I've been corrected quite often lately that no, this is not normal anymore, but I don't know stuff. So either way, $34,000 a year on one account, assuming 100%. But let's all be honest, most of us, it's nice to have those green months, but striving for that is stupid. So like, I think looking at something like this will help manage grade, to answer your question. The blue ones is kind of where I want to target. And notice how that's only assuming a day win rate, and that's what I want to focus on, the day win rate of 80%. Meaning if you have 4 winning days and 1 red day, assuming approximately 1-to-1. Granted, most of my trades not opening bell, they'll close out at $400 or $500. My losing trades close out at about $250, $270 or whatever, right? Most of the time I'm averaging a slightly better than 1-to-1 risk to reward, but it all comes out in the wash. So it's not always going to be perfect, but we need something for conversational purposes. Man, NQ is tanking. But it's okay, so we don't have to be in everything. Simmer down. I need to close all these charts because I'm just like, hey, I see it all moving. Okay, if you took 4 winning days and 1 red day, assuming approximately about the same. So you won 200 on your winning days approximately, you lost 200 approximately on your losing days. So you're setting up your trade of 8, your ninja trader or whatever, with the right risk parameters that really stop all that stuff that will close the account or kind of lock you out. If it's Top Step or Project X or Blue Guardian, locks you out. That one losing day eats the one of the winning days. So now you're pretty much at a 3. I think most people could average this fairly well. Okay. Very, very fairly well. But the coolest part is not even that. It's going to be this area. If you have a 60% winning rate on the day, again, assuming you lost one $200 day, you won one $200 day, you lost one $200 day, you won one, then you won one more. That really is only giving you about what, $200 a week, right? That doesn't seem like much, but almost none of us are trading one account. And almost none of us are targeting $200. At the end of the year, this is still net profitable. If you just stop blowing your account, if we stop giving it all back and breaking all the rules and doing all the dumb stuff, it's still net profitable, literally, with only technically a net gain of 1 positive day because the 2 losing days eat the other 2 winning days, right? That's wild to see this in person, like to see this in real life. This, again, I'm a geek. This is my excitement. I'm not kidding you. But moving beyond the $200 part, we are obviously know that's not that sexy. This is based off of 1 account, 3 accounts, 5 accounts, okay? 5 accounts, even Take Profit Trader allows you to have that. 3 accounts, I think, is a much more middle ground. Please notice that if I just highlight this 3 account area for a second, I know this is a lot of data and it's just probably making you dizzy on the screen, but that's still 6 figures, okay, on 3 accounts with $200 a day. And obviously that's perfect scenario and there's 90-10 split or 80-20 split. This is really hard to do with your own capital when you do the math without risking all of it, okay? I do think it's easy for me to do $100,000 a year in manual trading on a $10,000, $20,000 account, easy. But most people, you have to be it's a much different trading strategy and style. If people could just understand $200,000 a year on 3 accounts, or $200 a day on 3 accounts, you're still looking at, what is that, $1,000 a week, okay? $1,000 a week for what we know takes us 2 minutes a day. Okay, let's be more fair. We gotta clean up charts, we gotta clean up stuff, we gotta check brokers and platforms and lock it and do all the things. But fine, 15 minutes, an hour a day to make $1,000 a week. You tell me what industry you can do that in. And the problem is, I think most people are just greedy, and I'm definitely part of the most people problem. It's very hard for me to see a $50,000 day and a $100,000 day. And for me to stop at $8,000 when NQ is dropping so much right now, that is $50,000 if I was trading that right now. If I was trading it right now, I would be at 50,000 because I'd be holding that to this next level that we just now kind of are waking out of right now. Seriously. And I'd probably wait for a retest and then I'd get in one more time to check out the lows. But we don't have to do that. It's just greed. It's obsession. It's stupid. But seeing this, I think, is really cool because obviously $1,000 a day, that's a big amount of money. It's a lot. But these are only 5 accounts. Apex offers 20. I currently have what do we say, 16, 21, depending on how you're looking at this, 16 accounts. Come on, look at this. This is based off of 5 accounts, you guys. And this is $100,000 based off of 5 accounts, okay? Only targeting $200 a day if you quit giving it back. And that's only with an 80% day win rate, meaning one of your losing days knocks out one of your winning days and you're actually only having 3 days. in the week. And this is already factoring in for the, hey, we don't trade every day, there's some news days, blah, 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 blah. I do need to factor in for percentages of the 90-20 splits, or 90-10 and 80-20s. I do need to factor in something for fees, probably more accurately here. But this is cool to me. This is a lot, you guys. If you can see what's possible, obviously, if you have a bigger account, targeting $1,000 is a lot more practical. For those of you guys trading the 150, the 250, the 100, the 300,000. And I know YouTube makes this really cool to be getting $1,000 a day. And I think it's very possible. I can do that in a day. I know a lot of you guys can too. But to sustain it and then to jump through the hoops and the rules and the consistency, or the fact that when you're up 1,000, you also have to be, you know, how much you're risking to get to this. It's a different kind of trading. But again, same concept, not looking at the perfect. That's $500,000 a year.